Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass have already proven their incompetence and poor leadership during the Los Angeles wildfires. Now, as we experience rampant lawlessness and civil unrest, it's never been more clear California's in a state of turmoil. And I ask my fellow Angelenos, why are Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass still in office? How much more of their destructive decision-making masquerading as leadership are we going to...
Dignity. That's what I was missing. There was no dignity. It just looked like a man desperate for attention. And whenever DeSantis was scoring points on him, he would interrupt over and over to try to talk over the points as just a, that's like a middle school debate tactic, which is pathetic and not effective.
California may shine on the surface, but behind the glitter is a governor whose secrets are as messy as the state's wildfire season. Gavin Newsom has spent years polishing his image, but now it's getting ripped to shreds by two fearless voices, Megyn Kelly and Mel Gibson. What happens when Hollywood's raw honesty collides with political spin? The masks fall, the hypocrisy gets dragged into the light, and a shocking truth shakes Sacramento to its core. Buckle in. This roast cuts deeper than any recall vote ever could.
Has he been opposing it? But he's been funneling the California taxpayers' money to the homeless, who are everywhere, thanks to him, to soft on crime DAs, right, who he supports and Sorrell supports, who are letting these looters in and out, and then he denies it. Meanwhile, we've seen the law that's been on the books up until recently when the California taxpayers... I forgot to mention Gavin Newsom. Now, he's a far left progressive, and Bill Maher just came out in favor of him. But he's the most radical Democrat in America. Honestly, his politics may be left of the squads. He would be a hard no. I don't care how good his hairline is. They're going to...
Before we go any further, smash that like button and hit subscribe, because trust me, you don't want to miss this. California's Governor Gavin Newsom has turned the Golden State into a headline factory, and not for the right reasons. This isn't just about policy failures or pandemic chaos anymore. No, this secret is the kind of scandal that makes you wonder if Newsom ever graduated from his frat boy phase. That's when Megyn Kelly and Mel Gibson step in, peeling back the layers of his slick image like detectives in a political crime drama.
Tolerate. It's time to take back our community and our state and put the power and the privilege in the hands of competent leaders whose goals are to protect us and the way of life this nation was founded upon and promises to offer. That's all.
Gavin Newsom's reign has been a contradiction buffet. Scandals dressed up with a smile, arrogance wrapped in fake confidence, and spin polished to perfection. But when Megyn Kelly starts digging and Mel Gibson brings his no-nonsense fire, those cracks don't just show. They split wide open like canyons.
All our tax dollars probably went for Gavin's hair gel. I don't know, but it's like, it's sad. It's like the place is just on.
Let's break it down. Newsom's so-called leadership style is less presidential, more reality TV reject. If politics was a survival show, he'd be voted off before you could even say, recall. He's the king of flip-flops, the master of empty speeches that leave listeners dizzier than a carnival ride. He preaches climate change and social justice by day, but his actions, a whole different script.
So I'm here at Mount Howell, and what you see behind me, vast majority of the land is federal land. 57% of the land in the state of California is under the jurisdiction of the federal government. Just 3% of our land is state jurisdiction. That said, California has 10x the investments we made in vegetation, forest management, and prescribed burns. At the same time, the federal government has not made the kind of investments the state.
Look at California's housing disaster. Newsom's big solution, basically telling people to dream harder. Homelessness. He waves it off like an annoying fly. Meanwhile, he struts around like a red carpet celebrity, oblivious to the chaos his policies fuel.
Mel, any message from you to Governor Newsom or Karen Bass tonight?
Spend less on hair gel.
Mel, any message from you to Governor Newsom or Karen Bass tonight?
Spend less on hair gel. That's it.
Yeah.
What can I say to them? Not big admirer of either.
I don't like him either.
That's where Megyn Kelly slices in like a scalpel. No fluff, no spin, just brutal precision. She drills him on his luxury lifestyle and blatant hypocrisy, exposing the shiny image for the mirage it really is. Here's a guy who lectures Californians about sacrifice, then sneaks off to Napa Valley to sip wine with billionaires, breaking his own lockdown rules. His politics, straight out of a Hollywood drama. All plot twists, zero accountability.
Saying, if you steal under $1,000, we're not going to come after you. It's fine. It's a misdemeanor. And to these illegals who are now getting Medicaid in California, thanks to him. Illegals. So, like, this guy's priorities are not with keeping people safe at all. He doesn't care about the crime, about the illegals, and obviously...
So how did it all start? For Newsom, the big secret traces back to family connections and elite circles that greased his rise. Raised in privilege, he learned early how to perform. His career has been a cycle of rehearsed smiles, staged apologies, and fake empathy. When Megyn Kelly exposes these patterns, she's not just taking down a politician. She's unmasking an actor who forgot where the script ends and reality begins.
Smart to start this. And the reason he's smart to start it is because he has no muscles, Emily. None. He's a sinewy little weakling when it comes to arguing any of these issues, especially cultural issues, because he, like all liberals, has never had to do it. So now he's trying to get his training, which is smart on his part, and it would be smart on the part of conservatives to say no, because they declined to help him get in shape before the big bout. We're supposed to be helping rock.
Then comes Mel Gibson's sledgehammer. He doesn't stop at hypocrisy. He points at the damage. Jobs gone. Businesses destroyed. Mental health crises exploding. All while Newsom broke his own rules. To Gibson, this governor isn't serving the people. He's playing lead in a rigged production, bankrolled by billionaires while Californians are left holding the bill.
Since he's been in, whatever you call it, office, has brought us nothing but rampant crime, acute homelessness, horrendous inflation. He's made it untenable for people to make a living here.
Well, the whole state is just so poorly managed. It's so frustrating and confusing. And then he gets on TV and pretends like everything's great. Mm-hmm. And California's the best. We have the best state. We have the most amazing economy. I'm like, you're out of your mind, dude. You've ruined the state. You personally ruined it.
Take the environment. Newsom's favorite campaign buzzword. He loves the stage, the speeches, the spotlight. But the results? Paper thin. Megyn Kelly calls him out on the gap between promises and reality, while Mel Gibson slams it harder. His climate policies are nothing but environmental theater. All show, no substance.
I tell you, I don't think Gavin Newsom is the great white hope of the Democratic Party. I really don't. I don't see it happening. Am I wrong? I realize he's got the widow's peak. That's in his favor. He's got the gravelly voice. I don't think Bashir. I thought Bashir could do it because he's a blue governor in a red state, Kentucky. But the more I listen to him, the more I'm like, he can't do it. He seems pathetic and weak. I'm sorry, but like...
When the recall election came, the desperation was obvious. Megyn Kelly shows how he showered millions on ads, bought loyalty, and leaned on media spin just to survive. Meanwhile, Mel Gibson rips off the mask. The recall wasn't democracy, it was a script written by elites, with regular voters reduced to background extras.
Is Mel Gibson accusing Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass of a land grab?
There is absolutely no adequate excuse the governor or mayor can make for this gross mismanagement and failure to preemptively deal with what they knew was coming.
Right.
Was it incompetence? Was it indifference? Complacency? Carelessness?
Megyn Kelly exposes how Newsom leans on celebrity culture to hide his failures. Mel Gibson doesn't hold back either. Newsom isn't a governor. He's a Hollywood actor cosplaying as one. His politics: less public service, more performance art.
The reason I like Rahm Emanuel as the Democratic nominee, I'm not going to vote for Rahm Emanuel, but my point is like why I would put money on him at this point is he's strong. He's strong. Gavin Newsom's not strong. He's French laundry. He's too pretty. He's too needy of like the good opinion of people like Charlie, who I love. But like as a Democrat, you shouldn't be looking for approval from Steve Bannon and Charlie Kirk. He's just too.
This isn't leadership. It's insider politics at its ugliest. Protecting donors, friends, and lobbyists while everyday Californians foot the bill. Megyn Kelly drags his luxury lifestyle into the spotlight. Mel Gibson tears down the last layer of pretense, showing how Newsom hides behind power to dodge accountability.
Negligence, absolutely. Was it criminal negligence? See, there are many who say that it is criminal negligence. Do the mayor and the governor give a damn about you?
No. Absolutely
not. I mean, that's clear.
Now for governor. I think he's going to run for governor, and he might win.
It's so offensive. Oh yeah, when somebody comes over to the house, you clean up the house. Yes, because most of us don't live in a pigsty day to day. We have some small clutter to clean up. It's not a complete overhaul of where we choose to raise our children. That's what's needed in San Francisco. He doesn't give two shits.
California deserves more than theater. It deserves real leadership, not scripted spin. Megyn Kelly and Mel Gibson rip back the curtain and show the truth. Gavin Newsom's rule is nothing but a carefully staged dance of deception and spectacle.
Were you able to get possessions that, of course, are really immaterial when you have your family? But I've been to your house. It was an incredible home, beautiful home. But were you able to get anything out of your house?
Not much. A few necessary things. You know, my son I said, just go and grab this and this and this. And he grabbed like 3 things and took off. And then, you know, those are okay. Stuff like passports and a couple of papers and stuff like that. But by and large.
On housing, Megyn Kelly exposes how policies that sound noble actually fatten developers' wallets and crush first-time buyers. Mel Gibson drives it home. Newsom's housing agenda is rigged to serve donors, not Californians.
A bigger fan of Gavin Newsom than Bill Maher. He loves the guy. Bill, snap out of it. And he had Gavin Newsom on his show on Friday night. A couple of sound bites making the rounds, including this one on the trans issue, SOT 19.
A lot of people lately talking about this 80-20 issue. And I think you are on the other side of this now, the side with the 80. 80 being 80% of the people in this country. Again, this is the issue of should biologically born men be able to compete in women's sports?
That's tough.
And, you know, I saw the polling here in California. They think you're a traitor for saying this.
Yeah.
You know, when those kind of people call you a traitor, there's a word for that, electable.
And then the wildfires. Flashy campaigns, soaring promises. Yet the state still burns. Megyn Kelly uncovers how millions were wasted on PR stunts instead of real solutions. Mel Gibson drops the knockout punch. Newsom's political empire is a flimsy house of cards, propped up by Hollywood glitz and media spin, and it's bound to collapse under the weight of reality.